Hey guys, what's going on? It's xdeadlysmoorex here, and welcome back to part number 9 of our Monster Hunter World Let's Play. In the last episode, we took down a Rathian, and we did an arena quest because I wanted to show that off. So, in this episode, we're going to be going to the Great Ravine and seeing a very new area. Don't know why I just did that, didn't need to look in the box. So let's go. Because the handler's been... yeah, because the handler's been bugging us for ages to go over there, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Let's go on an expedition out in the Great Ravine. I'll tag along.
Let's go. There is actually there's actually nothing to say about the Great Ravine, because basically what it is it's a transitional area. You literally go here the once and then that's it. There's nothing here. It's literally just to observe what Zora Magdaros did when we tried to capture it. The next area, however, we get, I'll have more to say about. Because, is it my favourite area in the game? It might be, actually. Like, if we're talking aesthetic-wise, then yes, it is my favourite place. But, I really don't know. Honestly, I'd say my favourite area is the
Let's start by finding a way forward.
The Rotten Vale. And I know that seems weird, considering like, oh, the Ancient Forest has got like quite a lot of monsters in it.
I think we can get through.
I mean, all areas have like had a decent variety of monsters to it. But yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. That's what Zora Magdaros did after it crushed the second barrier. It just didn't stop.
Zora Magdaros went straight through. We didn't even slow it down.
Yeah, that's what I was.
There's something pretty important.
The handler literally just said what I was about to say. It's like our attempt to capture it, we didn't even fucking slow it down. It's because we're in hunter gear, like the very first armor set you can make from a Jaggy shit. I just said Jagras stuff, not
the power of an elder dragon.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. As you see, there's literally nothing in this area at all. It's literally just an area to show you what Zora Magdaros did.
We gotta be careful not to fall here.
And the effect that we didn't have on it. So, Rotten Vale. This is the Coral Highlands. Like, I'll explain more about it when we get to... when we actually get to explore it. It's such a gorgeous area. Like, it's a lot more vibrant than the Ancient Forest and the Wildspire Waste. I mean, especially the Wildspire Waste, because the Waste is like such a dingy area. Not to say like it's dull. It has got its bright spots, but like color wise, and the monsters you find in the Wildspire Waste are, some of them are really good. That bastard, that monster that we just saw, Legiana. Ooh, nasty. It's not my least favourite monster in this game. Far from it. I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite either. It's got, like, its armour though, whew, really good. Because actually the armour power you get from it is, it gives you a good chance of getting rare rewards. So if you're trying to gather like plates and, oh god forbid, rubies, or gems even, then it's a good armor to get. And it's got some decent skills like ice resistance, ice attack. It gives you divine blessing as well, which is really good, because what divine blessing does is it gives you a chance of you taking decreased damage, and it also gives you evade extender as well, so it does what it says on the tin. So it's a good armor set, especially for like the higher points in low rank. It's what I used It's what I'm currently using in my offline one as well, until I can get oh, what am I getting? I don't know what I'm getting in high rank. I haven't decided yet. Maybe pink Rathian gear actually. But I'm gonna have that gigantic waist. Oh god. That's the one thing that annoys me about the female Rathian gear. It's just the waist part. It's just this gigantic skirt that looks so like
I don't know where we are.
like impractical basically. This is the third fleet master, as it says. She's basically like a scientist, or like the I'm trying to think how to say it. Yeah, she's basically like the head scientist, if you want to call her that, or scholars. That's what it is. So all the I think it's like all the ecologists and I wouldn't say the botanists, but yeah, definitely like the ecologists and that are like, I think came with her fleet. The first fleet was like obviously where the commander comes from, the admiral and the huntsman. Like those, I think they give they're like some of the first fleet was like some of the best hunters, I think. I don't know that to come from the old world to the new world. And then the second fleet was like with the smithy, like to make the gear and like all that stuff. Third fleet was the as I say, like the scientists or like the ecologists, the botanists, those kind of stuff. And I don't really know what the fourth fleet was about. We don't really learn about them. Well, I don't know anything about them anyway. And obviously we're part of the fifth fleet. So this is the Elder Melder. She is great, and she's also going to teach us about. She's also going to give us charms. Oh boy, charms are good. They don't take the place of decorations because you can still get them. But what charms do is they can give you like it's an additional skill basically. So you saw that she gave me a defense charm, which gives us an increase in defense, which I don't have on right now. I'll go equip it. Over here. Change equipment. There we go. Defense charm. So it gives us defense boost by 5. So that's pretty good. Don't really need to see all our skills because we already know them. Charms are good. The only ones I'll ever make are the ones that give you like abnormal status effects, like status effects like blight, paralysis. I said blight, poison, paralysis, sleep, and stun. Those are the only ones I ever make. Though sleep is a bitch to make because I wouldn't say it's a bitch because it's not like hard to make. You just need to get Radaban shit, and Radaban's a bastard. That's just all there is to say about Radaban. Stun, you need Zitzi Yaku stuff, which isn't too hard. Poison, you need Puki Puki stuff. And paralysis, you need Great Gyros stuff. So there's that. It's just another way to get more skills if you need them. That you don't need to get the other ones like poison attack, fire attack, all that kind of stuff, like ice resistance, fire resistance, those kinds of ones as well. Yeah. I'm gonna need to make. I am going to make Zitzi Yaku armor. There we go. Coral birds. I got 2 of them. Oh my god, what was that? Oh, that was a rare one! No! Oh, I swear that was a rare one. Fuck!
Ooh.
That'd have been dope to get. Oh, that one. What's that one? That's just normal. Oh, it's a large. That's the largest elegant coral bird we can get. That's good. Yeah. So now I'll stick those in my room. The one like problem I have with the third fleet base is there's no fucking canteen, which I guess makes sense, considering like, you know, it's It's just a fleet ship, but also the ships also did have like food on them. So I'm going back to the camp so I can eat. See, that's the problem with, as I say, the problem with it is there's no canteen, so you can't eat. So you have to literally accept the quest if you use the third fleet ship, and you have to go to you have to eat on a quest, which doesn't take a lot of time if you skip it. But hey, I preferred if I'm going on a quest to go out and hunt the monster right away, not sit down and have me lunch. There it is again. I swear that's a rare one. That looked like a rare one. It is! The dapper coral bird. I knew that was a rare one. You can get rare wigglers as well. They're red. I still haven't found one. But yeah, let's go. These little they're shamos. They're interesting. They can be annoying sometimes, especially when you're trying to carve a monster. But you can. There's a point in this game where you can actually recruit them to help, or your palico can recruit them to help you, and you can ride them as well at some point, which is really cool. Okay, that is that Velociraptor monster. That one there. I just pointed at it. You can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's Yaku. It's an interesting monster. It's the... I love the, the mechanic it has. I don't like being stunned. No one in this game likes being stunned. But, I like how it stuns you. You see the thing it's just put up, its crest. Those are, I believe it's what they call its photophores. And if you get hit when it flashes its light, that's what stuns you. Kind of like if you guys have ever fought Gypsaros or Gobel. I'm being an idiot right now, but it's an expedition. I don't mind because I can take hits while I'm on expeditions. Because in expeditions it doesn't matter if you die because you've got unlimited lives. Yeah, don't want to get caught by that. In the Coral Highlands, because I think it's area 11, I believe, where it can also show up, and it can do its stun technique, catch you off guard, make you be stunned and the monster as well, and then just run off. It hasn't just inconvenienced you massively. So yeah, I find it a fun monster. Its weapons, I think some of its weapons look really cool, but and its armor is really useful as well because it gives you stun resistance. So if you make the stun charm, you've already at level 2 stun resistance, which is amazing. And if you make its high rank weapon or high rank armor, the alpha version of it, then you and you have the level 1 charm, you're immune to stun resist. You're immune to being stunned, which is amazing. What I love in this, they added because with decorations, they didn't add decorations in this game. They've been in for a while, but what I love, because I don't think you can do it in any other Monster Hunter game, 3 Ultimate, 4 Ultimate, and Generations Ultimate, is you can add decorations to your weapons, so your weapons can also have additional skills. Can give you additional skills, which is really cool. I like that. You can see if I can break its head. Because if you break its face, it can still do the photophore thing, but see, they droop now. See, that's the reason I like doing it. It just they sag and it's pretty cool. I just there's a lot of things I like in Monster Hunter, but as I say, it's the little things that always get me. When you break a monster's part, you can actually see its damage. and then like after you do like more damage to a monster, you can actually see like the scars on its body. If you because if you guys saw when we hunted Anjanath, or if you hunt an Anjanath, after a while you can see like that it gets like massive scars on its legs when you fight it, like after you've done a lot of damage to it, which is really cool. As I said, it's the little things, ladies and gentlemen. It's the little things. This thing's nearly dead. But I get it, considering this is this is the strongest weapon I have, and I get a boost in fire attacks. So there's that. The Zitsuyaku isn't weak to fire. It's actually weak to lightning, I think. Yeah, I think it's lightning and ice, with its major weakness being lightning. I know we're not supposed to hunt this thing, but I am. I always do. Just so I can get a head start on making the like if I'm making any of its, if I'm gonna make its armor, which I will be, and any of its, I don't know if I'm gonna make its weapons. Probably not. That depends. I don't know if there's if it actually leads to anything good. Like if you make the Hornitar longsword, which is like a sub thing of the first Tobi Kadachi longsword, after a while you can actually make the Brachydios longsword, which yes I'm making because Brachydios is fucking cool. The Brachydios is if any of you guys don't know, but Brachydios is actually the originator of the Blast Blight in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, but it wasn't called Blast Blight then. It was actually called Slime. And obviously Brachydios was the only monster to have Blast, or Slime if you want to call it that, in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. And those weapons were ridiculously overpowered. Like, it was to the point that they're so broken, if you use like Brachydios' armor with the weapons, you'd literally only need people would literally only make its armor and weapons, because they were not because they were like the best armor and weapons, but it was literally because they were that broken. So yeah, but once again, we won't be seeing Brachydios for a very long time, because I don't think we won't see it until I think until we won't see it until Iceborne, like even like a long time into Iceborne as well, which is a very, very, very long time away. Okay, so let's talk more about the Coral Highlands. They're cool. I mean, it's not as I said, it's not my favourite area. That's the Wildspire Waste, as I said before, but it's still got a nice variety of monsters to it, like the Zitsuyaku. Paolumu. Paolumu is an okay monster. It can sometimes you can see it right there.
What an incredible ecosystem.
That's that bat thing in the air that the cameras are zoomed in on. That's Paolumu.
Come on, let's go exploring.
Paolumu can be a bitch, because it doesn't have an abnormal status element. It doesn't have like a blight it can give you. It uses wind pressure instead, which can stagger you, and it can be annoying. So just be aware of that. It can also inflate its neck, so it's like a balloon, and it can float around. So it does some. If you get a really like passive, if you get like a passive kind of Paoluma, then it's not too bad. It's kind of easy. But if you get a Paoluma that just inflates its neck constantly, oh boy, can that be one of the most infuriating monsters to fight. Just don't get me started on the Nightmare Paolumu. Trust me, we'll get to Nightmare when we get to him. Again, won't see him till Iceborne. The other monster you can find here, the one that actually knocked us into the Rotten Vale at the start of our expedition, that's the Legiana, and I talked about that before with its armor and its weapons. Legiana being like the only where you're getting ice weapons in this game, unless you're using Diablo's weapons and somehow manage to unlock the element part of its weapons. But yeah, for the most part, Legion's the only way you're getting ice weapons in this game. I think, well, pre-Iceborne anyway, it's the only way you're getting ice weapons. Any other ones? The Pink Rathian also. This is where you first fight the Pink Rathian, which is, it's a Pink Rathian. I talked about that a little bit when we were fighting the Rathian last episode. I think I've got max numbers. Yeah, I do. I know where the camp is. It's really good. It's a decent camp actually. What else can you find here? I think in high rank you can also, Odegaron appears here as well, which is interesting. Which kind of, I mean, Odegaron I think just appears anywhere after. It's not the Devil Jet of this game. There's another one for that. So you first fight Odegaron in the Rotten Vale.
Look.
I know. Just stop me outside there, why don't you? Fucking hell. Yeah. I think I said it before, but in case I haven't, Odegaron is my favourite monster. Not just in world, I actually, yeah, it's my favourite monster overall.
Wanna go back and check in? Maybe grab something to eat?
Just, I love how, it's a proper, like, that's Legiana. That one right there is Legiana. I want to check something first, though. I don't think it's going to be there, but just in case it is, we'll sort it out. Oh, here we go. That's Legiana.
That's the monster we ran into earlier. Must be the big boss around these parts.
Definitely is. Okay, back onto Odegaron. Oh, I know. I was going to talk about Odegaron, but it feels like it's the one monster that genuinely feels like an actual, like, animal predator. Like, it feels as though it's hunting you. Like, when it doesn't attack you, it's like it's studying you, like how to best take you down. And it is a very fast monster, and I do tend to like hunting fast monsters, just because it always puts me on edge and it's always fun. But Odegaron's one of the like a fast hunting monster that has like a crippling weakness. If you can dodge its attacks, it gets tired, or I always find that it gets tired very quickly. So it gives you ample opportunity to like punish it if you manage to dodge its attacks, which is really cool. And I love that. So, I was gonna say it would be a very short episode if I ended it here. Which we're not going to do, because I know what we have to fight next. That being the polo move. Yay! Let me take a drink. Yeah, I can see that.
Yo.
Yeah, because it seems like we're the only ones that actually do any work around the fucking Stera. Or any hunter that does any significant work anyway.
Oops.
Yep. Oh, he's just given us a oh yeah, he's given us the health booster. Oh no, the glider mantle. My bad.
All of this is amazing.
I know he does like give us the what do you call it? The health booster. Oh, this is the resource center.
What are you?
So if you're on here, I rarely ever come back here. Like after the point, like after everything in the Rotten Vale and the Coral Highlands is done here, I don't even come back here because I don't see the point. Do you know where I'm going? Not here. I'm going back to Astera. Fuck this place. It's not that I don't like it, it's just like after the whole, as I say, after the whole Coral Highlands Rotten Vale stuff's done with, you don't need to come back here. Granted, this place does give you the Elder Melder and the Tail Rider Safari, which is good. It's really the only thing it gives you. I always forget about the third fleet base after. Well, no, I don't forget about it. It's just like you can see it on the map, but it's like I got no reason to go back there. So, yeah, I'll show you guys Zitzi Yaku's armor, and then gotta quit my. I can't remember what Polo move's weak to. If I can't remember, best thing to do is where are you? Quit that. See, that's the one thing I like about having a poison like insect glaive is if I can't remember the weakness for a monster, just use that. And I know you guys probably want to know, well, why did you use the Anjanath's blade, like the longsword? It's like, well, because I get bonus fire attack, and I know it's not actually weak to fire, so there's that. I can make pulsar rod too. Yeah, I'm going to do that actually. There we go. Which means I'm going to have to hunt off screen. I'm going to have to hunt another Toby Kadachi so I can make the Hornetar one back there. But that's fine. I could have made that. No, actually, backtrack that. No, backtrack that. Where is it? That's the pulsar rod that we've got equipped. Where's the... There it is. So I'm going to be using it, I might as well. I mean, most of the time, like fly monsters, you'll find that they're weak to lightning, but it's just a matter of precaution, really. See, that's what Zitzi Yaku's thing looks like. Insect glaive looks like. Pretty cool. I like the photo fours. I like sort of like the handle part for the main blade. That's really cool, and they glow. That's really cool. Yeah, so I need to make Kula Yaku, and then if I want to do that, it gives it speed boost as well. That's actually good base damage as well. That's not bad. I think there's a longsword for it as well. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, sorry, my bad. I need to make the longsword. That's what I need to make. Yeah. So yeah, that's the Hornetar one. So there's the longsword. Again, I like how they use the photo fours for like the hilt of the blade or like the scabbard for it. Really nice. I like that. So armor. That's what we're here for. The brigade armor. Oh, that's because I hunted the. That's because of the thing. I haven't seen this before actually. I look like one of the, like the you know, the quest people up in the gathering hub. That's what it looks like. What's it give you? Recovery speed, divine blessing, heavy artillery, geologist, and scholar. Huh. Nah, that's a good, like, if you're going out on an expedition, honestly, these two parts are really good. And recovery speed is actually pretty good as well. Actually, the only bad part for me personally is the heavy artillery. But that's not what we're looking at. That's what I was supposed to be looking at. That's got some really... Oh my god, that's really good. I like that. But we're not going to make that armor. This is what we're after. Zitzi Yaku armor. So you get sleep resistance, stun resistance, ignore the defense boost because that's the charm, constitution, wide range, and blindsider. Oh my god, such a sick looking armor set. So yes, we're going to be making that offline, of course. But now we're off to hunt a Paolumu. I was supposed to talk to him as well. Oh, I thought I did. Use about the ribbon post. There's your citadel. Oh! Oh, nice. This, right, he's just, basically said where the Great Ravine is, where they've built an arena. So if you ever catch a monster, you can do that. You can put them in there. I never catch monsters, so... yeah. There you go. I never catch them, so
Working hard?
always kill.
Good luck.
I know you get more materials if you capture monsters, but that's just not my MO. Unless I actually do a capture quest, then that's that. Gotta get rid of all these question marks first. You, laid-back botanist.
Oh, that's right.
Nice. I don't. If I need those aqua sacs for the. What? I don't need it. All right then. Aqua sacs it is to increase my harvest box. That's good. To complete deliveries. Hold harvest. To hold a harvest. I need more Vespoid shells. There goes my hide, but that's fine. I can always get more. And then the Gunju skin, not bad. And Gajal gills, not bad. Yeah, the best thing you can always do is the canteen quests, unlike any deliveries that give you more canteen stuff, because that increases the chance of you getting fresh ingredients. So like that, bang, Paolumu, right there, and feline insurance. That's good.
That's awesome.
See, the only ones I really pay attention to with, like for the canteen skills you get, are feline insurance, Carvar. I think that's it, actually, just Carvar and insurance. Provoker's alright. What's enough again? Because Carver does what it says on the tin, like if you get it, it lets you carve the monster more, or like I think one more time, which is pretty good. Or any part of the monster one more time. Insurance is if you ever die on a quest, like, or not ever die. If you die the first time on a quest, it doesn't count, basically. It's basically the game saying I didn't see it happen. If I didn't see it happen, it never happened, kind of thing. So here we go. Well, not yet. After hunt Paolumu. I'll give Paolumu something, as I think I did talk about it before.
Be careful.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I just like right in front of them, they didn't move. That's just to make sure I don't find any more of those dapper coral birds. Which there aren't any. Okay, that's fine. See if I can get a wiggler. Nice, I got one. Oh, I got two of them. That's even better. Sorry, I'll do that off screen. It's very boring for me going to hunt all these stuff. Back onto Paolumu. The one thing I will give it credit for is its armor looks really nice. I think its armor gives you some decent skills as well. So there's that. Right. Let's keep moving, obviously, because we're going to have to. Here we go, this is where we fight it. Obviously this is where we first saw it, so this is where we're going to fight it. Here we go. That's what I was talking about, where it can inflate its neck. You'll see it a little bit more. That sentence made no sense. Behind us, there we go. See what I mean, where it can inflate its neck? It can float around. I think it's the first, or I think it's the first like bat-like monster we've got. If not, then I don't know any other ones. Off the top of my head anyway, I don't know anymore. Right, you're going to be a typical wyvern. And for the buffs... No? Oh no, my bad, it's your tail that gives you the buff, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Paolomo's fight, as I said, I talked about it briefly when we were doing the investigation, but it acts very much like its basic test, like you saw the charge is very much like a Rathian's charge. It has like a very similar, like when it's on the ground, it has a very similar fighting style to a Rathian or Rathalos. Where it does like charge attacks and like it can't shoot fireballs, but it shoots like wind pressure stuff at you or wind at you, which I find more annoying than any fireball the Rathian or Rathalos can create, because wind pressure like stuns you for a second, not like how this not like actual stun, but like knocks you off balance for a second or like a few seconds, which is annoying because it gives it the opportunity to charge you. Like you saw it suck in wind there. If you get hit by that, it stuns you. Not like, as I say, stuns. I need to stop saying stun. Like knocks you off balance for a second, and while it's flying, it can create mini tornadoes of like wind pressure that can, yeah, like what it's doing now can like knock you off balance for a couple seconds. Or not off balance. I keep getting my words mixed up. Like stop you from moving basically for a couple seconds, which is not good. Kuslador is the worst about it though, because it's an Elder Dragon with the wind pressure and it can create these massive tornadoes that cover quite a lot of area, and yeah, it's just out of the two, Kuslador is the worst of it. If I'm giving like Paolomu's definitely not the worst monster in this game. That's its subspecies. I will harp on how terrible the Nightmare Paolomo is until the day I go into the ground. It's such, to me personally, it's such a terrible subspecies, and we've had shit subspecies before. Like we've got quite a lot of them. Green Plesioth, for example. Nightmare Paolumu. What are the ones we got? What are the terrible ones? Are there? Brute Tigrex, that's a terrible one. And I'm not saying that because I don't like the Tigrex. I'm saying that simply because it changes zero things from being a Tigrex. And that's not what a subspecies is there for. Subspecies is just there to be a different coloured monster and a and slightly harder. If you're going to do that, just don't add it in. Just make the just let me fight the high rank one instead. If I want to tough the Tigrex, that's what I'll do. I'll fight the high rank or G rank version of it, or in this game, master rank. I'm trying to think of other bad subspecies. Well, personally, ones that I've fought. Red Kezu, that's an obvious one because that changes nothing from the fight. Honestly, I think the Kezu, for me personally, I think the Kezu gets a little bit too much hate. Yes, it can be annoying, or not annoying, not in the sense like some of the other monsters are, but it can be like it can be easy, but it gives you decent like weapons, and the fight isn't all that hard, so it's not. I can see why people don't like it. And the fact that it has no music and it does look rather disgusting looking, those who enjoy it, you can fucking flame me in the comments for it, but I don't mind. I don't care. I like it. I like what monster I want to like, thank you. It's the same way I'm not a big fan of the Tigrex. I don't like it. A lot of people do, and I can see why a lot of people like Tigrex. But it's not for me. But it's not for me, Chief, so get out of the sky. I forgot about doing that. In a way, it's like I've seen people not like Sinoga, and I can see why people don't like Sinoga. Me, I fucking love that thing. It's probably got my favourite theme, or it's either that or Devil Joe's theme is like my favourite. Just because it fits it so well. Because I love when Monster Hunter like makes a theme for a monster and it fits it so well. Like Zenoga's theme is very like energetic and gets you pumped to fight the thing. And it suits it really well because Zenoga is a relatively, I wouldn't say it's a very fast monster, it's a relatively fast monster that can like trap you in like combos and give you like Thunderblight and all that, making you stunned and all that. Excuse me. And I can see why people don't like it because of like how easy it is for it to trap you in like its claw slam combo and all of that stuff. Get back here. I didn't mean to do that. No. No, stop that. Oh god. I haven't used Insect Glaive in a while. I've been using Longsword. Don't blame me. But I love it. Zenoga anyway, not Paolumu. Again, I'd say Paolumu is probably just another monster for me that's just there. Like Rathian is for me. Not for like after you finish fighting Rathian for the first time. That's... Oh, fuck you. I tripped and stunned. You piece of shit. See, it stuns me and then runs off like it hasn't done anything wrong. Zitzy, I love you, but sometimes you're an arsehole. Let's just get that out of the way. There you go, bitch. Oh, and it's stuck. Hey, good. Get stuck. Well, I didn't use one of my flash pods. I used what's called a flash fly. Those are the little like balls of light that you see, and they basically act like flash pods, which is great. So useful, especially when you find a Rathalos and it goes into the area like underneath where its nest is. That's always good fun. Ah, you're weak now. I know where you're running to. I just keep going off on tangents like different monsters, the ones that aren't related to what I'm fighting. But again, there's like not much I can say about Paolumu apart from the fact that it's there. Its armor, I'll show you guys the armor. I can't remember the skills it gives you, but I remember what it looks like, and it looks really cool. It reminds me very much of like an old like World War One kind of World War One era like pilots, like with how it looks, which is nice. It's very fluffy. I'll give it that. It is a very fluffy looking armor set. The Paolumu itself has a really nice design to it. I like the I think it's like a Honduras white bat or something like that. Very similar to that. Very not like obviously Honduran white bats don't have the scaly tails or anything, but like it's a white bat. It looks really cool. The idea with having it use wind pressure is a nice idea, and its attacks are, when it uses it, they can be easy to dodge, but if you get hit by them, it can be annoying. It does have it has a unique attack that only it can do, obviously hence it being unique, but it can only do it in this area. I think it's about to do it now. I think, yes, it's about to do it now. This is, I don't know what it's called, but it's unique to Paolumu. You see the holes in the area where we are right now? What it does is it can come firing, it can literally come flinging itself out of one of these holes. I don't know where it's coming from. It might come from over that way. No, it's going to come from the area where you're not looking. Yeah, that's what it does. It can like launch itself, like if it hits you, it does do a lot of damage. So overall, I haven't killed it yet, so I'll get into the overall when I actually kill the bastard. No. Stop it. You're not helping yourself. There we go. So, overall, interesting fight.
Nice work, partner.
If RNGesus is against you, then oh boy, can this monster be a pain. But it's not. It's, as I say, it's a very nice looking monster. Like, aesthetic wise, I like the design of it. Armor looks really cool. Weapons can give you the blast element as well, which is nice. Blast is always fun, so that's good. Again, another monster after you defeat it. If you don't want to hunt, if you don't want its armor, it's just there and kind of forgettable sometimes. I do like its turf war with Legiana though, where Legiana literally picks it up by its neck and like stretches it as far as it can and then just lets go, and just Ptolemy just slams into the ground. I just love a lot, like the turf wars in this game, some of them are really good. Like, Anjanath's a savage, especially when it picks up, Toby Kadachi. It just like picks up and just slams it across, like slams it against the ground. Does the same with, Great Jagras as well. And then it gets its ass handed to it by Rathalos, who literally picks it up and just drops it. There's a lot of really cool turf wars. I like the Diablos and Black Diablos one, where they literally just lock horns and like try and like outmuscle each other, and it can go either way, which is really cool. So now we can make the this ship into an airship.
Shouldn't you prepare before you head down to the Rotten Vale?
That's what we're going to do.
Right.
We'll just get rid of this question mark.
I'm counting on you.
Oh, he can give us the rope lift. That's pretty cool. I'll get that done off screen because that's a delivery. Let me show you. I can't be asked to talk to you. I'd rather go talk to the smithy because I need to go into Astera anyway. Oh dear, jeez. Also, I'll show you what the elegant coral birds and the wigglers look like when I put them in. When you put them in the rooms, are. Sorry for that, and the mic bump. Took a quick drink. Oh.
There you are, Fiver.
That's like my favourite. There you are, Fiver. Here we go. That's Brigade armor. Here's the Paolumu armor, which is actually better than the Zitzi armor is, but whatever. I could use Thunder. I could use my Thunder one. Damn. Oh no, that's Zitzi. No. Oh no! I could have used my fire. I could use my fire. I could use my Anjanath Insect Glaive. Damn it. Hey, but I like using it. So yeah, this is what the armor looks like. Very fluffy. I love the neck piece on the chest. On the chest armor, it's really cool. But it gives you stamina surge. Oh, Master Mounter. That's actually good. Fuck. I think the chest piece is really good though. Artillery I don't need. But it gives you Divine Blessing as well. And Windproof. Oh, I don't know. We're not going to fight a fire monster for a long time until Rathalos. And then it'll eat me alive. But it's... Oh my god. Guys, I don't actually know what one to make. I actually don't know what one to make. Like, actually, no, I'm still making Zits. No, that's actually really good. But for me, the chest piece is literally the only good part of that. Actually, I want to try something. Let's take all that off, right? This is going to look absolutely stupid. I know it will. It looks so dumb. That looks so dumb. I love... I don't know. I actually don't know. I get sleep resistance and stun resistance off that. Blindsider as well. And you get constitution as well. But... that gives me Mount Master and Stamina Surge, as well as Divine Blessing and Windproof. Boys, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. No, I said I was going to make Zitzi armor, and that's what I'm going to make. I'm going to make Zitzi Yaku's armor. Even though Paoluma's armor does look really cool, and actually has some pretty good fucking skills. I don't think you can make... Here, there's another... I don't think it has a... that's Odegaren's one. I know that. That's Odegaren's. Paoluma doesn't have one of these. I'll show you the switch axe. I won't make it, but... I won't make a switch axe, but I think I can show you at least what one of its weapons look like. Where is it? There it is. The Lumo axe. So, yep, that's what it looks like. Just a massive log hole in the middle of it. So yeah, that's what that looks like. But let's go up into our room and I'll show you what the Elegant Coral Birds and Wiggler look like while they're in the private room. And that will do it for today's episode, after we've done that. Oh, I thought really like... I didn't know if... I didn't know Paoluma actually had like that good skills for its armor. Then again, I like hunting Zitzi more than I do like hunting Paoluma, so there you go. Yeah, there's a dap one. Here's Wiggler. You can put 3 in there. That's what the Wigglers look like. They look pretty cool. That's what a dap. I didn't actually get to see what it looked like properly. Oh, that's a nice looking. That's a decent looking bird, you know. Still, they look a lot cooler because they look more vibrant. So that's what they look like, and that will yeah, that's the fish, but we've already looked at them. And that will do it for today's episode. So for a quick recap, we finally went into the finally did our expedition into the Great Ravine, and got access to a new area, the Coral Highlands. But as we got into the Coral Highlands, we were forcibly removed from the Coral Highlands by Legiana, that bastard, and then ended up into the Rotten Vale, only be taken to where the 3rd Fleet ship was. And then we did our expedition into the Coral Highlands, hunted down a Zitzi Yaku, and got access to and got a new camp while we were there as well. And then after that, we hunted a Paolumu, which was actually probably one of the better Paolumus I've had like to fight. And yeah, that'll do it for today's episode. Yep, and that will do it. That's done for the recap. So in the next episode, we are going to be talking to the third Fleet Master and going down into the Rotten Vale for the first time. So, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. If you are enjoying our Monster Hunter World Let's Play series, make sure to subscribe as well. Also, please be sure to check out my Trails of Cold Steel Let's Play, where we've in the last episode, as time of the recording, we finished the first day of festival preparations, and now we're going to find out what's happening on the second day, or what's happening after that, I should say. Excuse me. So yeah, please be sure to check that out. Also, if you're a fan of JRPGs, RPGs, or the Monster Hunter series in general, make sure to subscribe, because hey, that's what I do here. Also, I've got a few products in the work lined up, so hopefully you guys are on the lookout for those and will enjoy them when they come out. But with all that PSA out of the way, this is xdeadlysmoorex, and I shall see you guys next time.